I don't think there's anything worse than having no energy to do the things that you want to do. Isn't that crazy that such small things like going for walks and getting some sun can change your appearance and the way you feel so dramatically? According to chakras, the bottom of your intuition, the source of your intuition is in your gut. Because once again, it's not about your routine, because my routine didn't change much. I actually increased my workouts. It's about your hormones. Hey guys, my name is Valeria and welcome to my channel. In this channel, I share everything about self-development, self-improvement, personal growth, everything to help you become your best self. I know my body very well. So when 2 weeks ago something started going on and my body wasn't working in the way that it's supposed to be working, to the way that I'm used to, I was constantly having stomach aches. I wasn't able to sleep properly. I was like waking up in the middle of the night, or I have trouble sleeping in general. Even after I had 7 hours of sleep, I was still feeling super tired and just less energized. My mood swings were crazy, which never happens to me. I was craving sugar, I was getting sick out of nowhere. I put on weight while my routine didn't change, the things that I ate didn't change. So it was like something must be going on a deeper level. I knew that I was stressed, and while I understood somehow that that is stress, I didn't understand the effects of that stress on your body, full scope of it, or that I was actually doing things to make things worse, to make myself more stressed, to make my body more stressed. So intuitively, I went on a vacation. I packed my stuff, I booked myself a hotel for a week in Lombok. I came here and I just decided to recharge, to reboost my energy, and it worked. I feel very energized. I feel like my energy is back with me. My face is looking better. Now I'm very sunburned, but that's a good thing because I was able to get some sun, swim in the ocean. Those are the things that recharge me a lot. Even though I was doing all of the things that I'm gonna list in this video intuitively, I was very curious as to scientific reasoning of what had happened, because obviously I didn't want to make it worse or for that situation to happen again, because honestly I was feeling very bad, like I had no energy to do anything. I wasn't in the mood to do anything. I didn't want to see my friends. I didn't want to go out. I was like, I need to understand what happened. I need to understand how to help myself. What are the things that I can do as well other than going on vacation to improve the way I look, the way I feel? What are some reasons for those things to happen? Because not a lot of things in my life changed. It just happened out of nowhere. So I did some research and I wrote down the tips, the explanations, the signs that the same thing can be happening to you. And of course, I added some tips on how to glow up. Spoiler alert, that was a hormonal imbalance because of some changes that happened in my life that I'm gonna explain later, and that I thought were good for me, but in fact they were not. So today I'm gonna share some tips how to level up and balance your hormones, especially if you're a girl. It is very important because it affects everything: your immune system, the way you look, the way you feel, the way your emotions are, the way your cycle is. Tips how to glow up internally, because as you may understand, it all starts internally. So what I felt intuitively but didn't know scientifically, and yes, I self-diagnosed myself because I literally ticked all of the boxes. My cortisol levels were very high, and after I read a couple books about like hormones, I'm gonna link the books that I've used to do my research down below. They're mostly on like women hormonal health. Now, what are the signs that you have high cortisol? Number one, you have trouble sleeping. You have imbalanced sleep. You wake up in the middle of the night, especially if it's 4 a.m. You have trouble falling asleep. Everything that corresponds to imbalanced sleep, tick. Sign number two, even if you get proper amount of sleep, so for me it was 8 hours, you still feel tired during the day, especially in the afternoon. You have no energy, you feel very lazy, you cannot be productive. Number three, you're gaining weight out of nowhere. You have stubborn weight, especially around your tummy or your hips. You have this cortisol face, which I don't really believe is a thing, but actually what happened to me as well. Your weight is is basically stuck, and no matter what you do, it doesn't go down. Because once again, it's not about your routine, because my routine didn't change much. I actually increased my workouts. It's about your hormones. Sign number 3, you have high anxiety levels and mood swings. I understand that having mood swings is okay, but like for me personally, it is not normal to have such rapid and such high emotional roller coasters with myself. So once again, it was a red flag for me. Number 5, you're getting sick easily, or your immune system is low. Number 6, constant sugar cravings. And just a note, if you have like one of these symptoms, doesn't mean that you have high cortisol. For me personally, I understood that I did because I had all of them. Number 7, your hair is thinning or falling out. Number 8, you're having gut issues like bloating, cramps. I was constantly feeling nauseous. Number 9, you struggle to find motivation or get anything done. 10, puffy, bloated face, as I've mentioned before, cortisol face. Number 11, changes in libido. It's not just about you wanting sex, it's about you wanting to live, because libido is basically like a life force, life energy. So it doesn't have to be about sex, it's about you enjoying your life. Number 12, acne or any changes in the skin. Number 13, very unexpected one, is muscle pains and aches. What happened in my case is in September, I joined a new gym and I started exercising fiercely. At first it was okay, like I was doing just one exercise a day, but then I started exercising like 2-3 times per day, which is insane if you think about it. And I thought muscle pains are just a part of my constant activity of me constantly working out. It was. So what did I change? How did I improve my cortisol levels? How did I help myself, and how can you help yourself if that is your case? Or actually those are the tips that will help you with your general health, general well-being. So without any further ado, let's get to the tips. Tip number 1 is improving your sleep. Have a good sleeping schedule, get enough sleep, don't get too much, don't get too little. No more than 10 hours, no less than 7 hours. Improve your light environment in your room. So if you go to bed, don't have any light in your rooms. Close the blinds, turn off all the lights, switch off the devices 2 hours before bed. I also added an unwind routine to my vacation schedule, which meant that an hour or 2 hours before I go to bed, I turn off my phone, my computer, I go to the pool and I read a book or I journal, have this sensory deprivation from the light. Number 2, have boundaries with your work. Have proper working hours, have proper day off. If it's just a one day, if you like to work on the weekends like I do, have a proper one day when there is no phone, nobody can reach you, and you can just relax, give time to yourself or the things that recharge you, and just enjoy yourself without thinking and stressing about work or checking your phone. You're not a machine, you're gonna burn out if you don't give yourself that time. Number 3, caffeine. Rule that I implemented: no coffee before food in the morning. And I also added a proper breakfast to my meals. So I started eating breakfast. I specifically got a hotel with a buffet breakfast so that I know I won't skip that step, because usually I got like too busy or just caught up with gym and work in the morning. I was like, I'll just eat later, and I ended up having like 3 coffees instead of breakfast. And while I thought it's good, it's like cleaning your gut and fasting pretty much, it is not good. Especially for me, I have a very sensitive stomach, and when something strong like caffeine hits it first thing in the morning, it imbalances the whole acid, the whole environment in my gut. That's just a huge no-no, and that's a rule I'm gonna take with myself back to Bali. Also, a good thing is replacing coffee with matcha. It's very good for you because it has a lot of antioxidants in general. Of course, it also has caffeine in it because it's basically green tea, but it's much more helpful for you. I don't drink alcohol, but it is also another tip is limit caffeine and alcohol. Alcohol and caffeine disrupt your cortisol, your estrogen, which is like a female hormone, and your progesterone levels. And of course, I'm not demonizing coffee or alcohol, but have balance in that and try to reduce reduce it closer to the bedtime, especially if you're having like cocktails with sugar. Sugar is another reason for high cholesterol, bad sugar, not the one that you get in fruits. And that's the sugar that you get from fizzy drinks like sodas, those syrups added to the cocktails, so be careful with that. Switching my workout routine. Instead of doing high intensity workouts every day, 7 days a week, while I've been here and what I did for the past week, I removed all high intensity workouts except for 10-15 minute runs in the evening, because there is just a beautiful beach walk here in Lombok and I do enjoy slow, steady runs. And I'm not saying remove all high intensity workouts from your schedule, but make them very balanced and try to focus on low impact workouts, so like low impact Pilates, yoga. Once again, walks are perfect. That's the thing that I love. Literally one of the few issues that I have with Bali is that I love my mental health walks. They're good for your mental health, they are good for your physical health. It doesn't feel like workouts while it is. You can listen to a podcast while you're walking. You once again go watch the sunset while you're walking. Also activities like walks, cycling, strength training, even lifting weights is good for you because it doesn't have to be intense. So once again, try to have balance with everything and in everything. If you want to do high intensity workouts, you go for it. If you love them, do what makes you happy, but maybe mix them with some low intensity workouts as well. Also, on the walks topic, try to get more sun. Sun gives you vitamins. Obviously use SPF. We don't want to age fast, but get in the sun, get in the nature, breathe in fresh air, get in some sun in the morning or in the evening, going for walks does increase your mood in general, does balances your hormones. And isn't that crazy that such small things like going for walks and getting some sun can change your appearance and the way you feel so dramatically? But they can. Try it before you hate it. Prioritize gut health. Our body is a one machine. When something goes wrong, everything goes wrong. Your gut is actually a very, very important thing in your body. According to like chakras, the bottom of your intuition, the source of your intuition is in your gut. So if you stuff your body, your stomach with bad food, that actually lowers your intuition, lowers your sensitivity in terms of energy and everything. But it's not only important on philosophical and energetical levels. Your gut affects your whole body. It processes the food that gives you energy, and once again, it is very affected by the hormones, but it works both ways. So the food that you eat can affect your hormones as well. And in order to lower the cortisol levels, you need to reduce refined sugars. Try eating whole foods, try eating food that satisfies you. Really focus on whole foods. What I did is I prioritized fruits, while I don't like to restrict myself and be like, no, chocolate is very bad for you, we're not gonna eat chocolate anymore, because it makes me just want to eat it as bad. What I did is I fed myself fruits first, and then if I was hungry, I was like, okay, I might have a chocolate bar later. And after some time, when my cortisol levels, I feel like balanced out because I'm feeling better, I stopped having those cravings, and fruits to me started to taste actually super sweet, like proper sweets and candies. Once again, sensory deprivation and all of those things. Also consume more probiotics. I personally a fan of Greek yogurt. My mom fed me Greek yogurt since I was a kid, and she was like, Greek yogurt is very, very good for you, but I hated it because it literally had no taste. Now I'm a big fan of Greek yogurt, and I like to have it with frozen fruits or maybe a scoop of protein, and it make it taste like an actual dessert. So Greek yogurt, kimchi, tempeh, kefir, or other fermented foods are very good for you. Not only probiotics, focus on prebiotics as well. Prebiotics are fiber-rich foods, and they are once again very good for your gut health. And they also can reduce your estrogen excess if you have any. So these were my tips, things that I've changed, things I'm gonna stick to from now on, because I don't want that situation to happen to me again. Be careful with yourself, love yourself, be very patient with yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.